Hi, today I'm reviewing the Volition Beauty Prismatic Luminizing Sunscreen Shield. And really quick, I just want to say I purchase all these products with my own money, so you know you can trust my opinion is what I honestly believe. And if you want to help support the channel, give this video a like. Thank you so much. Volition Beauty is an interesting company. I've actually tried a few of their products. I've tried, I think, 3 or 4 of them, and mostly really like their products, but they are a company that kind of looks for ideas from people that are interested in cosmetics and skincare and beauty, and from their ideas, they kind of create something that they think that person would like. So it's kind of interesting. Actually, when I opened up the box for this, there is a picture of the gal that I think gave the idea for this product. Let me see if I can find it. I found it kind of interesting though, because I opened it up and there's a picture of a gal. Okay, so anyway, so they take an idea that I think her name is Aja gave, which was a sunscreen for people that really don't like sunscreens, and they kind of took this and used kind of her comments and feedback and information and created this product. But I think after the product's created, then it has to be tried by a group of people that have to say whether or not they like it, and as long as a certain percentage of them say that they like this product, then they go to market with it. So it's kind of an interesting way to do it, but I actually really like it. And I've tried quite a few of their other products, and so far I've liked almost all of the ones I've tried. There was just one that I didn't dislike, I just didn't like it. So anyway, so this is their sunscreen for people that dislike sunscreen, and I guess it's addictive, but I'm not super addicted to it. Anyway, so let me kind of start with my criteria, and I'll let you guys know what I think of it. So my first criteria is packaging, and I like the packaging. It's very easy, sleek. It has a nice little needle nose at the end, so you can do a good job of just applying a few drops, because with this, a little bit goes a very long way. So they've done a nice job with that. Packaging is kind of fun and nice looking overall. And it also protects the antioxidants and the sunscreen inside, because it's an opaque tube. So they get a thumb up for me there. Second criteria is denatured alcohol, and unfortunately there is a touch of denatured alcohol in here. It's not normally as big of an issue, especially due to the fact that it's near the very bottom of the ingredient list, and the fact that it's a sunscreen. And a lot of sunscreens use a certain amount of denatured alcohol just to have the viscosity and the blend and the evaporation. So it's not really, in my opinion, an issue. I'm still going to use this either way, and it is near the bottom of the list. So, you know, if you purchase a product and the denatured alcohol is like one of the top few ingredients, they'll run the other way. But usually if it's near the very bottom, depending on the product, it's not as huge of an issue as it normally would be. So, oh, Ike, are you going to come say hi? Ike is coming to say hi. Say hi to everybody. Look at the camera. Hi. Oh, he wants to give me a kiss. I have my makeup on. You can't give me a kiss right now. Thank you. Oh, he's the smartest dog I've ever had. Thank you, Ike. He just loves to be on TV and on camera. And if you're taking a picture of any of the other dogs, he'll get right up front there. So anyway, he probably wants more food, but he's already had lots of treats and breakfast today. So you have to wait a few hours to get more food, honey, okay? Thank you. Good boy. Thank you. He's not going to leave. He loves the camera. Anyway, so third criteria is fragrance, and there's no scent to this. It doesn't have a sunscreen scent or an artificial scent or any fragrance added, so I love that. It's hard to find a good sunscreen that doesn't have that scent to it, especially the chemical sunscreens. This one is more of a mineral, but many of them have a scent to it, and this has no scent at all, so I love that. So they get a thumb up for me there. Number 4 is the manufacturing location. This is made in the US, so no issues there. Number 5 is ease of use, and this is very easy to use. You would just apply it. I wash my face in the morning, use my toner, I use my hydrating serum, And if my skin's a little bit dry, I use another lotion, usually the Drunk Elephant Protini, and then I'll apply this. And I haven't had any issues with pilling or it absorbing. It absorbs very quickly. So it's very easy to use. Now, the name Prismatic Luminizing Shield is a little bit misleading in the fact that it doesn't give you much of a glow or anything. So if you're looking for something that has some shine or sparkle to it, this really doesn't have any of that. But it absorbs quite nicely and it's not drying. So, but I think some people when they purchase this are expecting kind of more of a lumosity than what you get. You get a little bit of a shine, but it absorbs nicely. You can see it on my hand there, but you can't even tell that there's any sunscreen on that or not. The only issues I've heard is a couple reviews from people with darker skin saying that this left a little bit of a cast, a white cast. I didn't notice it at all, but I'm super pale. So if you have more dark skin, I recommend trying to get a sample of this. I'm not so sure if that was just their personal experience and it's a one-off, or if everybody that has darker skin is going to notice a super white cast. So I just want to say that. But with me, I didn't notice anything, and I didn't notice any issues with photos or anything like that, because sometimes some of them that have a lot of zinc can have a white cast that shows up in photos. I didn't notice that at all with this. So ease of use, very easy. Number 6 is antioxidants and pigmentation, and this has some good antioxidants in it. Licorice is in there. Kiwi water is in there, which I didn't notice a lot of research showing anything positive or negative about it. So, and it's got lots of good emollients in it. So I would say I have super dry skin and this worked great for me. I didn't highlight any flakes, didn't cause any flakes. But the fact that it absorbs so nicely and quickly, I also would think that this would be great for someone that has more oily skin. And from reviews I've read of people that do have more oily skin, they've had good results with this as well. So lots of good things. And really, if you think about it, the only true anti-aging product that is out there in the world at all is SPF. That's the only thing that prevents aging. I mean, you can use retinol, which will help kind of undo things, but the only way to truly prevent aging and photo aging and sun damage is by using an SPF. So number 7 is animal testing, and Volition is cruelty-free. We love that. Number 8 is performance, and this performed quite well. Lasts all day without any issues. Didn't tend to highlight flakes. It didn't tend to have any pilling or anything like that. So it performed quite well underneath my foundation, and it didn't cause my foundation to work any differently than it normally does without this product on. So I really like that. Number 9 is price, and this is $35 for 1 ounce. And if you noticed, a little bit goes a very long way. So I think that one little bottle will last you quite long into the summer. So, and for $35, it's a pretty good price. Most sunblocks, I mean, you can spend as much as you want on them. So, and then number 10 is the It Factor, and I gave it a thumb up there. What I really love about this is that it's not an SPF 20. It's not an SPF 30. It's an SPF of 50. So I like that they've gone a little bit above and beyond. 30 is the gold standard, but so many sunblocks are 10 or 15 or 20 or 25. So the fact that it's a little bit higher is good. The sunblock ratings are a little bit confusing and not necessarily what meets the eye, because a 50 isn't 20 times better than a 30. It's a little bit better, but it's very dicey on how to explain it. But like a SPF of 20 isn't 10 under than a 30. I'll have to write an article about it, but yeah, it is confusing. But 50 is definitely better than 30, but not almost 2 times better. It's a little bit incrementally better. So I might as well go with the highest thing that you can get and like using. So overall, this got a 9 out of 10, which is quite good, especially for a sunblock. For somebody like me, that I don't hate sunblock, I just hate the scent of sunblocks. So definitely one worth checking out. So anyway, I'm interested if you guys have had a chance to check this product out or not, and if you liked it or not, and if you've tried anything else from Volition Beauty. What have you tried and how have you liked it? So leave a comment. I love hearing from you. And if you like the review, give me a good like, a thumb up there. So also, if you're not already, feel free to subscribe. I come with at least one new review every day. And check out nobsbeauty.net. Thank you so much, guys. Hi, this is Sarah from No BS Beauty, and I'm proud to offer you one of my first products. And it is a stainless steel makeup palette. And I've been using ones like these for quite a while, and it makes it a lot easier to mix kind of custom foundation shades, custom serums, custom lip colors. You need something like this in your makeup routine to make things a lot easier. And all the profits from it will go to help the channel, which I'm independent and I purchase all the products with my own money. So definitely all of the profits will go so I can continue to bring you good reviews. But, you know, things I like to use are retinol. Retinol is definitely a good thing to use, but sometimes some of them can be a little too strong. So sometimes I like to mix them with other serums. So I'll use this to kind of custom make my retinol at night. So it's a little bit less irritating when you mix it in with something else. Or another thing you can do is mix in a vitamin C. Some of these can be a little oily or greasy, so sometimes it's nice to be able to mix it in with another serum. So I like to use the Clinique one, and I'll mix this in just a little bit because otherwise sometimes it can be a little too oily. And I'll mix it in, and in the morning I'll apply it all over my face before sunscreen. And another good vitamin C serum I like is the Dermadoctor one, but sometimes using the dropper with that can be a little messy, so sometimes I just like to mix just a little bit in with another serum. I love the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Serum, definitely a holy grail of mine. And I like to mix that in with it as well. Or sometimes before I go to bed, if I've got something else going on the next day, I like to mix in a little bit of tanner, self-tanner, but sometimes if you use it alone, it can get a little too orange or a little too dark. So sometimes mixing that in with another serum makes it definitely a lot better and a lot more moisturizing for your skin as well. So definitely something you can use in your serums or your kind of custom make your own skincare routine by using that and mixing up all these products. So definitely something worth considering there. And I also like to use it to mix in some of my custom foundations. So let me show you that too. Another thing I've been using this palette for is mixing and kind of customizing my own foundation. You can almost create a specific color if you have certain foundations that don't mesh well with your skin tone or even your skin texture. You can almost create your own custom foundation. One foundation I love is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro. However, sometimes I can find it to be a little too drying and almost kind of giving you more of a matte finish. So sometimes I'll mix in a little bit of the Josie Mara and Argan Moonstone drops with it and then use it. And it kind of helps kind of lessen the color and kind of give it a little bit more of a glowy look. Another thing I like to use is mixing in sometimes with oil with a foundation, and sometimes that gives you more of a dewy look. So sometimes I'll mix that in with the Dr. Jart, and it helps give you a little bit more of a glow to it. So sometimes mix in just a little bit in, and you definitely want to be careful with what you're mixing just to make sure that the ingredients are compatible, because certain types of foundations don't work well with certain types of other ingredients, but something to consider definitely. But you can almost create your own custom look. I love this, but sometimes I feel like I need a little bit of a glow to it, so I'll mix in some of my NYX Born to Glow Illuminator with it. So you can definitely do that. Also, Cover FX makes a great, they're custom cover drops, but you can use these to alter the color of any foundation. So this is great to mix that with. Just give it a couple drops there. And then mix that in with another foundation to make it either lighter or darker. The Ordinary Serum Foundation is great, but I found it difficult to get the exact color. So sometimes mixing the other colors works well. Cover FX also has these new glitter drops. So sometimes it's nice to be able to use this to mix in with either a foundation or just to put it on this. And then you can use a brush to either dip it in and apply it as eyeshadow, or dip it in and apply it onto lips as kind of a lipstick cover. So there's definitely some great options, and definitely love some of Cover FX's custom enhancer drops, but you can use this to mix it in with almost any different type of foundation and add a little bit of color here and there. But definitely using this, and if you use a sponge or a beauty blender, you can get that damp and then just use this to dip it in and apply it. It makes it a heck of a lot easier than trying to do it in your hand, or I don't know where else you would even, maybe the lid of another product, but this definitely makes all of that a heck of a lot easier. So it's definitely something worth picking up. And all of the profits from the sales of this palette will go to support my independent reviews. I purchase all the products myself just so I can give you an honest opinion as opposed to somebody that gets the products for free to review. I personally like to purchase them so I can give you my completely objective review without having to feel like I owe a company anything because they gave me something free. So all the profits will go to help support those reviews.